Clip and View menus. Let's go through the next two menus on the list here, starting with Clip. This is actually a pretty basic list here. There's not that much going on in the Clip menu. However, really to do this, let's go ahead and create a new track. We can even, if we wanted to, take a portion of this one, copy it and put it down, paste it here, and let's just make it a shortened version here just to give us some variety in what we're looking at. So now we've got more than one clip active, and from this menu, as well in other places, I want to be clear that there's often more than one way to do things, and this is a perfect example. In the clip menu, we can say edit clip, and we'll edit the active clip. However, we could have also done that here with that button right there. Same exact thing, as well as going back to multitrack as well. However, you can see now the keyboard shortcuts for that along the side here. And when no clip is selected, these do not work. Now if we had a score clip active, and there's a tutorial all about the score clips, they're really kind of cool and unique. We could actually come in here and say we could add one, or we could replace one. And this is nice because if you have multiple music beds in the score clips and you want to try one of them out, you can do a replace and it'll push it in. Now, the other things on the list here, extract audio, edit original, and link media, those are primarily used when you have video clips. The extract audio is going to take the audio that's embedded in the video clip and put it onto a track in your multi-track session. Edit original is going to allow you to edit the file in its originating editor, and link media is going to help you relink the video to its original file, say if it got moved or deleted and you need to relink it. So that's it for the clip. Let's go on to the view menu. Here we have zoom in, zoom out, zoom full, zoom in at in point, zoom in at out point, zoom to selection. We have beats, spectral frequency display, video track, snapping, trim handles, bottom, timeline ruler, vertical ruler, and channels. So some of these are grayed out, and let's take a peek here for a second because right now we just have no selection made, and that's okay. But let's zoom in on a clip by editing it, make a selection. Now we can zoom in at the in point and zoom in at the out point, and we can zoom to selection, just like that. We could also see the beats. Let's zoom out. This is going to show us through an analysis technique where the beats are if this is a musical example. However, this is not. This is a sound effect, so it's not really going to make any sense to have those on. We can also have the spectral frequency display, which we go over in a different tutorial. And if we had a video clip, we could actually show and hide the video track. Let's turn off the spectral frequency display. We can also work with snapping enabled, and it'll tell you what we want to snap to. Snap to the ruler, to markers, snap to beats, snap to frames, all the different subdivisions here. And let's turn it on to frames. Perfect. And trim handles, bottom timeline ruler, vertical ruler. These three things here are dealing with these rulers along the side and bottom. For instance, let's turn off the bottom. I prefer personally to have it on because that way I can see in more detail, but you may want it off for some reason if your screen is cramped or something like that. And trim handles are those items that were right here. Allow you to trim the clip at the top and the bottom of it. And last but not least, channels, separated or layered. Now this is referring to the stereo files. See now how I've got little two different shades of blue here for the left and right channels. This is going to be nice if you're working with something that has very similar content in both. This is a good way to see it in those cases, but you may want to have them separated as well so you can see more detail what's going on. However, This does make the actual waveform smaller because you're using up half the space now to do each one instead of the whole space for just a kind of a combination of the two. So you have the option of doing either one. Okay, that's it for these two menus. Let's move on.